Good morning, and welcome to today's exploration of practical Stoicism. I'm going to share 10 powerful morning practices inspired by ancient Stoic wisdom that can transform your day and, ultimately, your life. The ancient Stoics understood something profound about human nature. How we begin our day largely determines how we experience it. By implementing these practices each morning, you'll develop the mental resilience and clarity that defined history's great Stoic figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. In our modern world of constant distraction and endless notifications, the wisdom of the Stoics is more relevant than ever. We wake up to phones buzzing with demands for our attention. Social media algorithms designed to hijack our focus. News cycles that trigger our anxieties. In this chaotic environment, establishing a morning routine grounded in Stoic principles isn't just helpful, it's essential for maintaining mental equilibrium and living with purpose. The Stoics developed their philosophy during turbulent times. Marcus Aurelius led Rome during wars and plagues. Seneca navigated the treacherous politics of Nero's court. Epictetus rose from slavery to become one of history's most influential thinkers. They understood adversity intimately, and their teachings emerged from direct experience with life's challenges. What makes Stoic practices so powerful is their practicality. This isn't abstract philosophy, it's applied wisdom. The Stoics weren't concerned with theoretical debates but with answering the question, how should one live? Their answer was clear: by focusing on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and developing the wisdom to know the difference. The morning routine I'm about to share embodies this pragmatic approach. Each practice is designed to strengthen your most important asset, your mind. Just as athletes train their bodies for physical challenges, these Stoic practices train your mind for life's inevitable ups and downs. Think of this routine as mental preparation for the day's battles, because make no mistake, each day brings its own challenges to your equanimity and resolve. Whether it's difficult conversations, unexpected setbacks, or internal struggles with desire and aversion, the day will test you. The question is not if you'll be tested, but how you'll respond when you are. This is where the morning routine becomes invaluable. By taking time each morning to ground yourself in Stoic principles, you're essentially putting on armor before entering the arena of daily life. You're preparing your mind to respond rather than react, to choose reason over impulse, and to maintain perspective when others lose theirs. What's remarkable about these practices is that they don't require special equipment or expensive memberships. They don't demand hours of your time. They simply ask for your attention and intention, two resources that are always available to you, no matter your circumstances. Some of these practices may seem challenging at first. Cold exposure isn't comfortable. Early rising requires discipline. Confronting your mortality takes courage. But remember what Seneca taught us: difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The initial discomfort of these practices yields to profound benefits with consistent application. It's also worth noting that this isn't an all-or-nothing proposition. You don't need to implement all 10 practices at once. In fact, I recommend starting with just one or two that resonate most strongly with you. Master those, make them habitual, and then add others gradually. This approach aligns with the Stoic emphasis on sustainable progress rather than fleeting perfection. These aren't just theoretical concepts, these are battle-tested techniques that have guided emperors through wars, philosophers through persecution, and ordinary people through life's inevitable challenges for over 2,000 years. They've endured because they work, and they work because they address fundamental aspects of human psychology that haven't changed despite our technological advancement. As we explore each practice, I encourage you to approach them with an experimental mindset. Try them, observe their effects, and adjust as needed. The Stoics valued empirical evidence over dogma, and you should too. Your experience is the ultimate guide to what works for you. Let's discover how to start your day like a Stoic, embracing ancient wisdom to navigate our modern world with clarity, purpose, and resilience. 1. Wake before dawn. Embrace the quiet hours. The early morning has gold in its mouth. Marcus Aurelius. There's a certain magic to the pre-dawn hours that the Stoics deeply valued. While not explicitly mentioned in Stoic texts, the practice of rising early aligns perfectly with Stoic principles of discipline and intention. Seneca wrote extensively about the importance of time, noting, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." By rising before the demands of the day begin to pull at your attention, you create space for yourself, a sacred time for reflection and preparation. Marcus Aurelius was known to rise before dawn. In his journal, later published as Meditations, we see evidence of a man who valued these quiet morning hours for contemplation and mental preparation. The practical benefits are numerous. You gain time that is truly yours, free from distraction. Your willpower is at its strongest in the morning. The stillness offers clarity for thought and reflection. The discipline of early rising strengthens your overall self-discipline. This isn't about torturing yourself with insufficient sleep. The Stoics also valued proper rest. Go to bed at a reasonable hour so you can rise refreshed, not exhausted. The goal is to wake with purpose, not to deprive yourself of necessary rest. 2. Practice morning reflection, premeditatio malorum. Begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics practiced a powerful morning exercise called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This isn't negative thinking or pessimism, it's strategic preparation. Each morning, take 5 minutes to consider what challenges might arise in your day. Ask yourself, what difficult conversations might I have? What obstacles might present themselves? What temptations might I face? How might my plans be disrupted? By anticipating potential difficulties, you remove the element of surprise when challenges do arise. Mentally rehearse responding with virtue rather than reaction. Appreciate the comparative ease of your actual circumstances. Develop resilience against life's inevitable setbacks. Epictetus advised his students, when you are going to take in hand any act, remind yourself what kind of an act it is. This morning practice does exactly that. It frames your day with clarity and purpose, preparing you for whatever may come. 3. Express gratitude for what you have. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. Gratitude sits at the heart of Stoic practice. While the Stoics were realistic about life's hardships, they also insisted on recognizing and appreciating life's gifts. Each morning, take time to actively appreciate your continued existence, your physical capabilities, the basic necessities you enjoy, the people in your life, the opportunities before you. Seneca advised practicing poverty periodically to appreciate abundance. Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" This morning gratitude practice helps accomplish what Seneca described. It recalibrates your perception of what you have versus what you think you need. It's a powerful antidote to the endless wanting that characterizes modern life. Try writing down 3 specific things you're grateful for each morning. Be detailed and feel the gratitude physically. This isn't just positive thinking, it's training your mind to see value in what is already present. 4. Embrace cold exposure. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca. While cold showers weren't specifically prescribed by ancient Stoics, the practice aligns perfectly with their philosophy of voluntary discomfort, voluntaria asperitas. Seneca advised, set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" Cold exposure is a modern embodiment of this ancient wisdom. By ending your shower with cold water, or taking a fully cold shower, you strengthen your resilience to discomfort. Practice the gap between stimulus, cold, and response, panic versus calm acceptance. Train your nervous system to respond rather than react. Build physical and mental fortitude. Start with just 15 to 30 seconds of cold water at the end of your normal shower. Focus on your breathing and the temporary nature of the discomfort. Over time, extend the duration. This practice teaches you that discomfort is manageable and temporary, a lesson that extends far beyond your morning shower. 5. Engage in physical movement. It is impossible to learn that which one thinks one already knows. Epictetus. The Stoics understood the connection between physical and mental well-being. While not fitness enthusiasts in the modern sense, they recognized the importance of bodily strength and health as tools for virtue. Musonius Rufus, a Roman Stoic philosopher, wrote, "We should not neglect the body, even though we value the soul much more." Your morning movement doesn't need to be intensive, it could be a brief series of calisthenics, a walk in nature, a short yoga practice, stretching or mobility work. The key is consistency and presence. As you move, focus fully on the sensations in your body. Notice your breathing, the feeling of exertion, the connection to the ground beneath you. This practice grounds you in your physical existence and prepares both your body and mind for the day ahead. It reminds you that you are not just a thinking being, but also a physical one, and that the care of both aspects is essential for eudaimonia, the good life the Stoics sought. 6. Read from Stoic texts. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is, or is not, in my control? Epictetus. The Stoics were prolific writers and believed deeply in the power of wisdom to transform lives. Reading even a paragraph of Stoic writing each morning can center your thinking and provide powerful perspective. Consider keeping by your bedside one or more of these foundational texts. Meditations, by Marcus Aurelius. Letters from a Stoic, by Seneca. Discourses, by Epictetus. Enchiridion, by Epictetus. Choose a short passage, even a single paragraph, and read it slowly, absorbing its meaning. The Stoics didn't advocate for intellectual accumulation but for practical wisdom. Ask yourself, how does this apply to my life today? What specific situation might this wisdom help me navigate? How can I embody this teaching in my actions? The goal isn't to read extensively, but intensively, to find one nugget of wisdom that you can carry with you throughout your day as a touchstone for your thoughts and actions. 7. Practice mindful breathing. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Epictetus. While formal meditation wasn't explicitly practiced by the ancient Stoics, controlled breathing and mindful awareness perfectly complement Stoic principles of self-regulation and present-moment focus. Seneca advised, "We should give so much care to the years ahead as will keep us from having to give them more than their fair share of care." A simple morning breathing practice. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Breathe in deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Hold briefly. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat for 3 to 5 minutes. As you breathe, notice when your mind wanders to concerns about the future or ruminations about the past. Gently return your attention to your breath. This practice strengthens your ability to control your attention, which the Stoics saw as essential to controlling your responses to external events. Remember Epictetus's wisdom, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Your breath is always in your power, and learning to control it helps you maintain composure in all circumstances. 8. Set intentions aligned with virtue. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics believed in 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Each morning, set specific intentions that align with these virtues. Ask yourself, how can I demonstrate wisdom in my decisions today? Where might I need courage to do what is right rather than what is easy? How can I practice moderation and self-control? What opportunities will I have to treat others justly and with kindness? Be specific. Rather than a vague commitment to be more patient, decide, when my colleague brings up that recurring issue in our meeting, I will listen fully before responding, no matter how frustrated I feel. Marcus Aurelius began each day by reminding himself, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. This wasn't pessimism, but preparation, a way of setting intentions to respond virtuously even in difficult circumstances. 9. Visualize yourself at your best. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. The Stoics understood the power of mental rehearsal. Each morning, take a few minutes to visualize yourself navigating the day's challenges with your highest virtues. See yourself remaining calm when provoked, speaking truthfully even when difficult, showing patience with others' shortcomings, working diligently without complaint, showing courage in the face of difficulty. This isn't fantasy or wishful thinking, it's practical preparation. Cognitive science confirms what the Stoics intuited: mental rehearsal physically changes neural pathways and primes you for effective action. Epictetus advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This morning visualization is exactly that, defining what you would be, so that your actions throughout the day can align with that vision. 10. Embrace memento mori. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. Perhaps the most powerful Stoic morning practice is memento mori, remembering your mortality. The Stoics weren't morbid, they used death awareness as a tool for living well. Each morning, take a moment to remember that this day could be your last. This isn't meant to induce anxiety, but clarity and appreciation. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, how would I approach it? What truly matters in light of my finite existence? Am I living according to my highest values? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This practice cuts through trivialities and focuses your attention on what truly matters. It helps you distinguish between the essential and the merely urgent, between what will matter in the long view and what is merely momentary. Conclusion: the daily practice of philosophy. Philosophy does not promise to secure anything external for man, otherwise it would be admitting something that lies beyond its proper subject matter. For as the material of the carpenter is wood, and that of statuary bronze, so the subject matter of the art of living is each person's own life. Epictetus. These 10 morning practices aren't just habits or routines, they're the daily application of philosophy to life. The Stoics didn't see philosophy as an academic exercise but as a way of living. By incorporating these practices into your morning, you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for the day ahead. You strengthen your ability to respond rather than react. You align your actions with your highest values. You cultivate the resilience to face whatever comes. Start small. Choose 1 or 2 practices that resonate most strongly with you. Master them before adding more. The goal isn't perfection but progress, what the Stoics called prokopton, the state of one advancing in wisdom. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming cold and unfeeling. It's about experiencing life fully while maintaining the equilibrium that comes from wisdom. These morning practices help you maintain that balance regardless of external circumstances. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Your morning routine lies entirely within your power. Use it well, and the rest of your day, whatever it brings, will find you prepared, centered, and at your best. Start tomorrow. Wake a little earlier. Begin with gratitude, reflection, and intention. Day by day, you'll build not just habits, but character, and that, to the Stoics, was the ultimate achievement.